MFDs, the multifunctional displays, aka the displays we have in our ships. Up to this point, most of them have been the same. There is some radar variety and some other minor differences, but most of the displays we have in our ships have remained the same over the years. The display's UI is relatively old, not 100% working, and somewhat complex to use for new players, although there is quite a bit of information available to us. There are intended to be 5 types of different visual styles of displays in the future, with the 3.24.2. The different types are going to be Aegis, Anvil, Drake, Argo, and Generic, which will support all the rest. There will be less UI information, and info is mixed with the displays. Since there will be less information than before, I see it very likely, as there's bound to be certain features which are cut and may be returned at a later date. Perhaps something players will notice and think or request that it is quite vital for our ship processes. We do get an easier control for the different screen tabs we had before. It's simpler to understand and smoother to use. More control of UI, we can clear the UI a little, so we can basically make our HUD appear either cleaner or display significantly more information depending on the player's wishes. I am not certain what all will be eliminated and if certain types of different displays like Anvil or Drake or Aegis will offer certain types of unique information or unique display tabs which others may not. It may not be entirely clear if we are losing some vital information just yet, but personally I think it is plausible some minor things which may not be considered, like certain power usage, may be overlooked. Of course there will be shield, there will be items, most of the things we did have, but for example, unique thing was the startup power bar, which often was displayed. Will thing of that nature remain? We could see how fast our ship powered up to its minimum power for liftoff, for takeoff. Not all ships, of course, required it, but more often than not, it was a great display of when you can actually lift off. Yes, you can just hold space and try to boost yourself up until you eventually can. I considered this small bit of information not directly necessary, but pleasant to use view when I was very trigger happy to take flight, as it was a clear indicator that power had reached certain levels which supported ship's flight. Perhaps most of the information will still be there, and these new UIs, which do look fancy and smooth, will support our use of the systems, because, as I understand, they are simplified for the most part. Easy to use, simple to understand, and perhaps finally scrolling in the tabs now works as well if there are any. Because with the old multifunctional displays, you could scroll down the different modules and eventually you would just start zooming in and out, which was unpleasant to say the least. They do look incredible, they do look nice, and I hope they arrive soon, because they appear so much up to date compared to the old version, but I'm still a bit skeptical or a bit concerned what they may have cut. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.